Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's lecture, we will study chapter number 7 of geography, that is human environment. In this very chapter, we have three major topics: settlements, transport and communication. Now we all know that early man was a hunter and gatherer. He used to hunt the animals. He used to move from one place to another. अब जब वो हंटिंग करेगा, एक प्लेस के एनिमल्स फिनिश हो जाएंगे तो वो दूसरी प्लेस जाएगा. So he used to move from one place to another. That is why he was known as nomad. Who are nomads? Nomads are those persons who move from one place to another. And early man was also a wanderer. He also moved from one place to another. That is why he is known as a nomad. But after some time, from hunter and gatherer, he became farmer and herder. He started cultivation of crops. अब उसने क्रॉप्स ग्रो करनी स्टार्ट करी. अगर क्रॉप्स ग्रो करेगा तो उसके लिए उसको सीड सो करने हैं, क्रॉप्स का ध्यान रखना है, वाटर देना है उन्हें. सो फॉर ऑल दीज एक्टिविटीज व्हाट इज नीडेड? ही हैड टू सेटल एट वन प्लेस. इस सारी एक्टिविटीज के लिए उसको क्रॉप्स के पास रुकना पड़ेगा. सो दिस वॉज द टाइम व्हेन द अर्ली मैन फेल्ट द नीड to have some homes. He wanted to have some settlements. So this was the time when some settlements were made. This was the period when the earliest civilizations, for example, the Indus Valley civilization came into existence. We have already studied this in the previous chapter also. We have studied in detail about the Indus Valley civilization. So when early man became a farmer and herder, when he shifted from hunter and gatherer to farming, the new settlements were made. And all the new civilizations, all the new settlements were made around the river valleys. Why it is so? Few reasons are there. First, the river ensures availability of the water. Second, it provides them fertile land. It's obvious, अगर आप क्रॉप्स ग्रो कर रहे हो तो आपको लैंड फर्टाइल चाहिए और रिवर के आसपास की लैंड फर्टाइल होती है. क्रॉप्स के लिए आपको वाटर चाहिए, रिवर से वो रिक्वायरमेंट भी पूरी हो रही है. क्रॉप्स को अगर आपने ट्रांसपोर्ट करना है तो आप वाटरवेज के थ्रू भी ले जा सकते हो, तो रिवर बेसिस फॉर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन भी है. सो ये सारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स रिवर से पूरी हो रही थी. द रिवर्स वर फुलफिलिंग ऑल दोज रिक्वायरमेंट्स. दैट इज वाई ऑल द सिविलाइजेशंस एट दैट टाइम वर मेड नियर द रिवर वैलीज. For example, Indus Valley in Pakistan and northwest India, Mesopotamia in Iran, Maya in Central America, etc. So what are settlements? Settlements are the places where the people live and interact with one another. Not only you are living at a place, but you are also doing the interaction. It's obvious. We are living in a society. We interact with our neighbors, we communicate with them, we share our joys and sorrows, we exchange so many things. So at a settlement, people are living at a place, and with that, they are also doing the interaction with one another. Now, different types of settlements are there. We can classify them into two ways. One, the temporary and the permanent settlement, and the other, rural and the urban settlement. Temporary and permanent settlement means which are classified on the basis of time, and rural and urban means which are classified on the basis of the place where they are there. So first we will study in detail about the temporary and the permanent settlements. Temporary, what the name suggests, which is temporary in nature, means where you are living for a couple of months or for 1 or 2 years. Means where we are living for a very short period. So the temporary settlements are those settlements which are occupied for a very short time. These are the settlements of the people who practice shifting cultivation, hunting, food gathering, transhumance, etc. Now you see, hunting. अगर आप एनिमल्स हंट कर रहे हो, एक प्लेस के फिनिश हो गए तो आपको दूसरी प्लेस पर जाना पड़ेगा. सेम विद द फूड गैदरिंग ऑल्सो. Then transhumance. Transhumance means moving of the livestock from one place to another for the purpose of grazing. अगर आपके पास कुछ एनिमल्स हैं, लाइव स्टॉक है, तो उनको ग्रेजिंग करानी है. अगर एक प्लेस की ग्रासेस खत्म हो गई हैं तो यू विल मूव टू वन अनदर प्लेस. सो इन ऑल दीज एक्टिविटीज व्हाट इज कॉमन? मूविंग फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. तो जो भी पर्सन्स इन एक्टिविटीज़ में एंगेज होते हैं वो पर्सन्स की सेटलमेंट्स कौन सी होंगी? टेम्प्ररी सेटलमेंट्स, क्योंकि वो परमानेंट एक प्लेस पर नहीं रह सकते, उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स फुलफिल ही नहीं होंगी. सो ऑल द पर्सन्स हु आर एंगेज्ड इन दीज एक्टिविटीज हैव टू मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. दैट इज वाई दे ऑल हैव टेम्प्ररी सेटलमेंट्स. Next we have permanent settlements. Now permanent settlements are those where we are living for some number of years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. These are permanent in nature. So here no need is there to move from one place to another. People build homes to live for a large period of time, for a longer period of time. So the settlements are classified into two types, either temporary if you are living for a shorter period, or permanent if you are living for a longer period. Then similarly we have another classification of settlements only, that is the rural settlements and urban settlements. Rural settlements are those settlements which are mainly in the villages. If the settlements are around the villages or near the villages or inside the villages, then that will be considered as the rural settlements. If the settlements are in towns and cities, then it will be the urban settlements. So in the rural settlements, the people are engaged in agricultural activities. Obviously, this is the main occupation in rural areas. So it includes farming, mining, lumbering, gathering, craft work and fishing. All the people who are engaged in these type of activities, they will live in rural areas. So their settlements will be known as rural settlements. And urban settlements, if the settlements are in towns and cities. Now as the settlements are of two types, rural and urban, similarly, rural settlements are further classified into two types, compact settlement and scattered settlement. Now what the name suggests, compact, which are very close to each other. If they are very close to each other, it means the space will be limited. See, if you take the example of any earlier civilization which are around the river valleys, अब river valleys के पास हैं तो unlimited space तो नहीं है, लिमिटेड सा स्पेस है. उस लिमिटेड स्पेस में ही सबको अपनी सेटलमेंट बनानी है, तो जो सेटलमेंट्स हैं वो बहुत क्लोज होंगे, दे विल बी वेरी क्लोज टू ईच अदर. सो द हाउसेज आर बिल्ट क्लोज टू वन अनदर एज द स्पेस इज लिमिटेड. These type of settlements are known as compact settlement. These are mainly found in the fertile plains. Now what is the important feature of these type of settlements? There will be maximum interaction among the people because they are very close to each other. बिल्कुल पास रह रहे हैं तो it's obvious कि वो interact भी करेंगे. So here the interaction is maximum. And the best example is Ganga Plains in India. Second we have scattered settlement. Again the name suggests scattered. The settlements are scattered means they are far from one another. For example, settlements in the hilly areas. अबे रिवर वैलीज में तो क्या है कि सबको फर्टाइल लैंड चाहिए, तो रिवर वैलीज के आसपास हैं सब. लेकिन हिली एरियाज में तो ऐसा नहीं है, जिसकी जहाँ फील्ड्स हैं, जहाँ क्रॉप्स हैं, वो अपनी इजीली सेटलमेंट वहीं बना सकता है. सो एट दैट प्लेस इन द सेटलमेंट्स विल बी वेरी फार फ्रॉम ईच अदर. किसी को किसी से मतलब नहीं होगा. द पीपल विल लिव इन आइसोलेशन. द सेटलमेंट्स विल बी आइसोलेटेड इन नेचर. आइसोलेशन मीन्स हर एक का अपनी सेपरेट सेटलमेंट है और आपको साथ वाले से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. सो इन दीज टाइप ऑफ सेटलमेंट्स either the interaction will not be there, and even if the interaction is there, it will be minimum. So in this type of settlement, houses are isolated and scattered over extensive area. The fields are very large and scattered, and these are found in the hilly regions due to harsh terrain, thick forest, regions of extreme climate, etc. Farmers construct their houses near their fields, for example, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand.